Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Tuesday morning, July 18th, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself, and we do that by teaching you how to trade using our proprietary trading indicators, which from my research are the best in the business, and we supplement that with personalized one-on-one training, which helps you get there faster, more efficient, more effectively, because we go at your pace, and we give you the information that you need to successfully trade. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy. And greetings from, I'm still in Germany. I'm just outside of Frankfurt at a rest stop. You know what's really funny about the Germans is at their rest stops, you got to pay €1 to use the bathroom. They don't have like a rest stop where you can go in and just use the bathroom. You got to, they require €1. So that strikes me as weird. But in any case, let's get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
I know they put that disclaimer on there. If you put in the time and the effort and learn the various signals, you will succeed, and we are so confident that you will succeed. We have a bit of a guarantee, and that is that we'll let you trade with company funds once we have trained you. I work off of a little checklist here to help keep me focused. Every day I want to restart Green Chart, and that clears the memory and picks up any new updates. At the end of every trading day, you should review the trades that didn't go your way. Last night, we did not find a good overnight trade, but we were able to take a little scalp trade using the thick orange line trade that gave us 5 pips. We are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action. And our indicators are very good at defining or helping us figure out which direction the market's moving. However, news does impact currency, and we want to know what that news is. So we go and take a look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. I don't worry about those. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those. And red, which is high impact. And this morning, we've got a bunch of red items on the calendar. So there's a bunch of information coming out on the Canadian dollar, their consumer price index, and the also on the U.S. dollar retail sales numbers. Now, the thing is, these numbers, it's all a function of what the expectation is versus what actually happens. So the number, it's not a good or bad. It's a comparison against the expectation. We can't judge that, or it's very hard to judge that without a lot more education and information on these kinds of numbers. These numbers are already known. They're published and ready to go, and they just press the button to send them out at 8:30. People who are connected find out the information before this happens and trade on it. And because of that, I don't like to trade within 2 hours of a red item. I'd like to be have a position closed. So we will not be trading the Canadian dollar or the U.S. dollar this morning. So with that, let's see if there's anything else actually later in the day. Hold on. New Zealand tonight. So any trade we take on the New Zealand dollar will be done by tonight. So let us. Sorry, got a Band-Aid on my finger, and it's making it so that I can't touch the keypad, which is very annoying. All right, so the chart I'm going to be trading off of, well, actually, let's give one more piece of information. The trade I like to do is something called the 10-point trade. And with the 10-point trade, there's 3 sections of the chart. And we basically are trying to get all 3 sections of the chart to be going in the same direction. When that happens, you can be reasonably confident that the move is going to be in that direction. I like to trade off of a 1-hour chart. And what we'll do is we'll create a trade plan based on the time that you have available to trade and what your risk preferences are. But this one suits me because I like to get in and get out. And if I can get 2 or 3 10-pip trades a day, I'm making good money. I want to be 30 minutes into the chart. So we are 37 minutes into it. On a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And typically my sweet spot is if I can get 11 pips out of a trade, I'm happy. And I like to get out of a trade within 1 to 3 hours. So with that, let's go and take a look. As I said, we're trading off of the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. This is a composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs. These are all U.S.-based pairs. And I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is what we call the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. So I look for situations where the lines are below the red line going up, or this blue line, horizontal blue line, is the overbought line. And when the market's overbought, that is a good time to sell. And specifically, I want all the lines pointing down. So here, we were overbought. All the lines are going up. And we have the third element, which is the double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red, and the black line is crossed over the gray line is crossed over the black. But the situation here is we've got a kink in the line going from more steep to less steep. So I don't like that. I prefer to go from less steep to more steep when it's oversold. And two, the green line is less than 45-degree angle. I like it to be steeper than 45 degrees. So I am going to pass on this. Now, obviously, actually, we're going to pass on all the Euro USDs, but I do like to walk through them just so that you get my insight on what I'm looking at when I decide to take a trade. And this is really bugging me. I should have plugged my mouse in versus using the keypad here. Euro USD, we just touched oversold. Everybody's going up. We're just hitting the halfway line. So I've got the double cross. So I got the 3 points here. One, we were oversold. Two, everybody's going up. And three, the double cross. I like the fact that the lines are clustered. I like that we're in the channel. I will consider it as long as we're a little less than halfway. We're just a little over halfway. And I like that we're going from less steep to more steep. You can see there's a kink in the line here. When you have all 3 points, 2 orange lines, I jump up to the TNTs. 2 orange lines are telling me buy, which is consistent with this. The thin blue, dotted blue, is coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So that means when the blue line's going down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me buy. I want to have a minimum of 3 out of the 4 telling me buy. And then when I jump down to the pressure, both lines are going up, telling me buy. So it's a very weak buy signal. Red is on top. I prefer to have green on top, but it's okay. I've got one of the elements with red line on top. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines. Green line is at about 45 degrees. The steeper the slope, the stronger the signal and the tightness of the lines. So we have all the elements of a signal here, but I'm going to pass because we have that news coming up. Pound USD, overbought. Everybody's still going up. USD Canadian, this has got like kind of a double hex on it because there's news on the US dollar and the Canadian dollar, and how each of the offsets are going to be is, that makes it even more complicated. But we're 2/3 of the way through the channel going down, so we're not interested in that. And you can see up here, actually on the U.S. Canadian dollar, had you caught this, this is what I'm looking for. Everybody's coming down. I got the double cross, and we're going to ride it through the channel, and we've got this nice red candle here. We didn't have the signal entirely here because we had this is a sideways signal when this came. Green was going down, red was going up. So that's sideways with green on top. So by my rule, I wouldn't have taken this trade. But this is what I'm looking for, to go down through the channel. USD, Swiss franc, middle of the channel going down. USD yen, oversold, and minors are going down, and the majors are sideways. Looks like we're hitting a little bit of a resistance line here. So I've cloned this chart, and now I've got 6 other charts that have non-USD pairs. So first one is Euro Pound, oversold. Minors have started to turn, majors are going down, so nothing there. Australian dollar, yen, Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross. I like that it is majors are entering the channel. I do not like that there's a kink in the line where we're going from less steep to more steep, from more steep to less steep. The slope on the line is decreasing. I've got 3 of the 4 here telling me buy. Thin orange is telling me buy. 2 blues are coming down telling me buy. And I've got down pressure, but I got the green line on top. So 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. Now, the only issue is we're trading off of a 1-hour chart. So I expect the move to happen in the next 1 to 3 hours. It is now evening in Australia and in Japan. So the trading volume is lower. When the trading volume is lower, it takes longer for a move to transpire. So when I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart, I don't want to be trading when neither of the pairs are prime time. One of the pairs were prime time, meaning that it was daytime. We consider it. But since neither of the pairs are prime time, we're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar. Not a bad signal here. We just touched the oversold line and everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, so I've got 3 points there. Nice steepness on the green line. All the lines are clustered. So this is a nice setup. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. And I have up pressure. Now, what's the problem? Ding, 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 ding here. Canadian dollar. We got news coming up. Other issue, just real quick, is that it looks like there's a resistance line here. We would look at the chart in more detail, but I'm going to skip and see if we can find something to trade off because of the Canadian dollar. But this is a nice signal here. Australian New Zealand dollar overbought. Miners have started to come down. Majors are still going up. We've got a little bit of a duck bill here, plus non-prime time in both of these markets. Pound yen. We are just reaching the overbought line. This is a nice move had we caught it. Even if you caught the second part of the move here, 2 hours ago, we didn't have the we didn't have the pressure in our favor. The last hour we did because the green line crossed over and riding it through the channel. This would have been nice. Can I get 10 pips when it's overbought and going up? Yes, I can, but it's just not part of my trade plan. I prefer to take less trades and ones that I consider more reliable because I only need 2 or 3 good trades a day. Euro, Australian dollar, we're in the middle of the channel and it looks like it's starting to turn, or we're 2/3 of the way into the channel starting to turn. So let's go to the next chart. Oops, what did I do here? Not a bad signal here. Again, the thing I don't like is the slope of the green line. It's gone from more steep to less steep. We don't have 3 points here. We have 2 points here. Other issue is it's a Canadian dollar. So you can see that the news is kind of starting to leak. Euro New Zealand dollar overbought, and the majors and miners don't agree. Majors are still going up. Miners have started to come down. But here's a case where you clearly could have gotten 10 pips when it was overbought. So had a 12 pip move there. Now that took over 4 hours. It's a little longer than I'd like, but uh, um, there are opportunities. Let's see. Pound New Zealand dollar overbought. It's almost identical. The euro up, New Zealand dollar. Uh, uh, Majors still going up. Minors have started to turn. New Zealand dollar, yen, non-prime time for both of these. Oversold. Majors are kind of sideways. Minors are going up. New Zealand dollar, USD. Uh, uh, Actually, similar to New Zealand dollar, yen. Oversold. Majors going sideways. Minors starting to enter the channel. And euro, Swiss franc. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, so 3 points here. But what do we not like? We don't like this kink here. This kink is going from more steep to less steep. So got one element I don't like with it. Two orange lines going up, although the thick orange is almost flat. Two blue lines going down, telling me buy. So that is, we've got all four here. And we've got weak down pressure with the green line on top. Green line on top gives me a point. So I've got a point here, 3 points here, 4 points here. So I've got 8 points. Lines are diverging. They're separating on the pressure. So that tells me it's about to turn. But the thing that bugs me a little bit is the slope here on the green line. Not only are we going from more steep to less steep, this actually, I think it's even kinked twice. Kinks once here and once here. So it's going from more steep to less steep, and then less steep to even less steep. Normally, what I would do in this case, euro, Swiss franc, we'll get a buy signal. Really, that slope bothers me, but just for the heck of it, let's take a look and see what the 2 and the 4 hour charts are doing, which would be the next step of my analysis to confirm whatever I'm seeing. So we're going to go to euro, Swiss franc. And what I like to see on the 2 hour is I'd like to see the 2 hour oversold. We didn't quite get the oversold, but it's pretty close. The 4 hour isn't quite the oversold either. I like to see them both oversold. But this is close. And the reason I like to see them oversold is I'm interested in the direction. If we're oversold, it's eventually going to go up. It's just going to take longer for it to happen. So if this week peters out, which it's starting to do here, we would pick it up on the 2 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. These don't have to be going up. I just want them oversold. So this is kind of telling me, the 4 hours kind of telling me there's a little bit more down left. Whereas once it's down here, it's going to turn eventually. The 2 hours already started to turn. Let us take one more look. At the full chart, just for the heck of it. And come on. Euro, was Frank. Come on. Usually what I like to do is I like to crunch up the chart and see where the support and resistance are. By crunching the chart up, that gives me more data points to drop lines in. Support and resistance are spots where the lines, the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see it stopped in here, kind of stopped over here, stopped over here, stopped over here. And I want to know where those are because that's going to set the limits of where I'm going to trade. So I'm going to trade between where the candles naturally stop. On a 1 hour chart on the Euro USD, these lines tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. Here you can see we're at 0.96504 to 0.96702, so it's 20 pips. Let's see. So we have, if we were to take a buy, we have about 13 pips up. And about 4 pips down. Let's go back and just take a look at the chart one more time. You know what? This is almost flat now. So going to hold off. This is flat. This is still going down. So we're not going to take that. Let's see what else we've got. Australian dollar, Canadian, we're going to pass. Swiss franc yen. This isn't a bad signal. Oversold, everybody's going up. Good steepness on the green line. We're going from more steep to less steep. We've got the double cross, so there's 3 points there. I like the steepness on the green line. I like it's a little bit more than halfway. I like that the lines are clustered. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So all 4 telling me buy. And I've got the green line is crossed over. So I've got sideways pressure, but green is on top. So I've got 8 points here. 1 point here, 3 points here, 4 points here. Let's take a look at so that's CHF, JPY. It's lunchtime in Switzerland. So let's take a look. Oops, we didn't want that one. We want this one. Let's look at what the 2 and the 4 hour are telling us. CHF, JPY. Come on. It's a little bit slow here. Again, I'm using my phone as a hotspot, so sometimes the data is a little slow. Why did this happen? It's not letting us see. This chart isn't fully formed. Keep. Let's see if we can get it. I'm going to refresh the screen and see if it formulates correct. So the 2 hour actually got to oversold and started to go up. And it's at the halfway point. The 4 hour is going up. I'm just thinking about it because it's not exactly what I like. Not exactly what I like. Let's just take a look at the. Right now I'm leaning against it, but I'm going to take a look at the full chart just before I decide. F, J, B, Y. So again, support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So right in here, over here, over here, over here. And right in here, right in here, in here. And we're at 160.9 to 161.34. So that's about 40 pips, 44 pips. So that's about right. And we've got $19 pips up. 24 pips down. Let's take a look at the signal one more time. Now we've gone past the hour. I don't like the signal enough, so we're gonna pass. But that's the trick of it is having the discipline to not take a trade because it's 70% there. It's like I want it to be as close to what I'm looking for, and I'm willing to pass if it's not. So if you can learn to do that, you will be a good trader. So know what your signal is, know what your setup is, and then when you see it, take it. Thank you for joining me this morning. It is an honor to that you come and watch me do this. Trading's been life-changing for me, can be for you. The trick is you need to have the courage to take the action to make it happen. All right, we will do this again Thursday morning. Thanks so much, and see you then. Bye-bye.